All right, welcome back. So this one is called PJ's String Rectangle Problem. PJ's in fourth grade. Um, the other day, PJ's teacher gave her a piece of string that was 84 inches long and asked PJ to make a rectangle with it. The teacher said to make one dimension of the rectangle 13 and figure out the lengths of the other dimensions. PJ got out her measuring tape and started to work, but was soon very frustrated. Every time she tried to arrange the string, it got messed up. She put the string and the measuring tape aside and decided to solve the problem by making a sketch instead. You know, sometimes when you're working with those strings, we weren't in class doing this, but when you do the strings, they kind of get messed up a little bit. So a sketch is awesome. Here is PJ's work so far. What would we do next? So we're going to do this one together. I'm going to model this one for you, and then we'll model one more, and then it'll be your turn to do some on your own. And don't worry, the answers will be right afterwards. So if you're off a little bit, you can check your work. So what I do in a circumstance like this, if it's a rectangle, and I'm going to get out a pen here. I know that was 84 total inches of string. So if this is a rectangle and this side here was 13, that means this one has to be also 13 inches. So 13 plus 13 is 26 inches that we took away from just those two dimensions. Maybe we're going to label these A side. I'm going to subtract that out. Can't take that away. So regroup a little bit. And okay. So we got 58 inches remaining to do between the two sides. So let's look at these and just call these the B sides. These two will be equal to each other because these two it's a rectangle. And I have 58 inches to divide up between these two. So I would probably look at this and maybe separate it a little bit, expand it out. 58 is 50 plus 8. And then if I had to divide this one into two parts, 50 divided into 2 is pretty easy. That's 25 and 25. I can think of money here. If I had 50 cents, I had two 25-cent quarters, right? And then 8 is 4 and 4. So 29. If I put these two here, say this is 29 inches. And this is 29 inches. If I wanted to double check that, I could go back and do all my work. So this would be 40, 58. So I did 58. Again, 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 3 plus 3, 26. And that's 14. That's 50. So we got 84 total inches back. So my A sides would be 13 each, and my B sides would be 29. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to you a little bit how we're going to be doing these. So here's the very first one. So in your student book, it's on page 230 and 231. This is going to be your first problem we're going to do. This one I'll do with you, and then the other ones I'll read to you, but and then just give you the answers you can check. And at the very end, we're going to have one more thing where you can work on and some more workbook pages. This one's problem one. So problem 1. So here's my rectangle A. The perimeter, so the distance around the outside is 72 feet. Okay, so this right here, this side here, again, they're just using A and B. Here's your A's, and here's your B side. Sorry about that, it's a little sloppy with my pen. All right, we already got the B's, they're 30. So if this is 30, this one has to be 30 feet. And your A's. So now we have to go back to our perimeter. If it's 72 totally, we can subtract our b's out. So that's 30 plus 30, that's 60. So I have 12 left over for my a's. So if I can't divide, if I'm not, you should be able to divide 12 into 2 equal parts of 6. But if you didn't, you could have done 10 plus 2, but 6 for each. So this one would have to be 6. The a's would be 6. And I could prove that by doing just, adding the distance around the outside. 30, 60, 72 for the 2. Nice job. All right. So that one is already done together, but I want you to fill it in. All right. So here's your number 2. Now, again, I'm just going to read these to you. And then at the end, after you're all done, you're going to take a selfie, and then the answers will be there too. So you can double check your work. So this is rectangle B. The perimeter, so here we're getting a little bigger numbers, is 738 meters. So the distance around the outside is 738. A's, so here's your A, is 199. 199, so this one's 199 meters. All right, now it's one to know what the B's are, because you're missing your B sides. So remember, here's your B sides. So again, on this one, I would take the 738, add these two together, and subtract from there, and then divide out the difference equally. There's a couple ways you could do this, so that's just one way I would do it. You could also do it where you could divide this in half and do A plus B, but there's totally different ways to do this one. The answers will show you one way, and if you did it some other way and you still got the right answer, that works too. Okay, and then this is rectangle C. This one says make your own over here too. So you're going to have to, your perimeter is 500 miles. So your distance around the outside is 500. One dimension is 125. So again, you're going to want to do something where you make a rectangle here somehow. Doesn't have to be perfect. A's are 125. So again, 125. If that's 125, this is 125. And then your B's, you got to figure out. So we're going to take that 500, subtract these two, and whatever's left over, I got to divide equally to my B sides. And 4 is the same thing. You're going to make your little sketch here. Your perimeter is 129 yards. They're giving you the B side, and you got to figure out the A. And here's a challenge one. It's a big number, so if you can do that, make it. And here's your A is 952, and this would be 952. You got to figure out these two with a big number. Again, challenge ones. I mean, if you're up for it, go for it. Show me what you got. The more you show, the higher your score will go. What Mrs. already said. So it's like, yeah, go for it. Show me what. It doesn't hurt to try it too. And so then after that, we're going to be working on page 232 in there, which is going to be factors and multiples. Okay. So, and then the answers will be right on it. I want you to take some selfies of your work on these, and remember the answers at the end so you can check it. Good job.